So now we want to create a Paint application. Now, particularly in this lesson, we will design our Paint application, and in the next lessons, we will start our coding. So now this is my Qt designer, and I want to create a main window project in here. So this is my main window project, and in here, what I want to just create a file in here. So file, in the file, I can just say save and also clear. And after that, I want to create another one, and this should be for the brush size. And now in here I can give the brush size, so 3 pixel, we have 5 pixel, we have 3 pixel, 5 pixel, 7 pixel, and also 9 pixel. Okay, and also we can just create another one, so this should be brush color. And for the brush color, I can just say black, and I can say white and red, so green, and also yellow. Okay, so now we have this. If I preview this, you can see that we have the file, brush size, and also brush color. After creating of the menu bar and also menu items, now we want to add some icons in here. So for that, let me just create a resource file in here. So or first, let me create a resource file, because now, and here the problem is this, that for example, if you're using PyQt6, you can convert your resource file to .py file using RCC module, okay? And in PyQt6, that's removed, and we don't have that thing, and we cannot, for example, if we create a resource file, we cannot convert that. But we can just manually change the icons, but even, so first let me just create a resource file, and no problem, we will change that. And I can just say new resource, and I want to just save that in the fourth, not second, but fourth section, and I can just say resource and save it. And let's add, we can just say open resource, or you can just add prefix. So for example, I can just say icons, and inside the icons, let me just paste, copy the files, copy the images. So now in here I can just say add files, and I can paste that, in here. So let me just paste that, and let's just click on OK. So now we can just choose save, and this is save, and we can just from here, if you see, we have icons. So from here we can change that, choose resource icons, and we can just say save.png. After that we have clear, and we can just choose resource icons, and this is clear.png. We have the brush size, so for the brush size we have 3 pixel, the first one is, and we can just say 3 pixel, and after that we have 5 pixel, choose resource icons, 5 pixel, and 7 pixel, choose resource icons, 7 pixel, and we have 9 pixels, so choose resource icons, 9 pixel. So now the brush size is done. We need to do some for the brush color, so we need to add the icons. So the first one is it is black. So black.png, we have white.png, so this is white.png, and we have red.png, so red.png, and green.png, so green.png, and the last one is yellow.png, so yellow.png, and this should be yellow.png. So now if I preview this, you can see that we have file, brush color. Also you can add, for example, if you want, you can add the shortcuts, and you can choose your menu item, and after that from here, also you can see that these are the object names. We don't want to change that. So for the shortcut in here, we can just press, for example, Control S. Okay, so now that's the shortcut. For example, for the clear up in here, I can just say Control C. Okay, and we can do for the brush size, if you want, for the brush color, you can do, for example, for the brush color, I can just add one. Where is it? The shortcut, and it should be okay. So this is shortcut. For example, Control B for the black. Now if I preview this, so form, okay, preview, and you can see we have the shortcut, and we can use it. Okay, So now we have our design. After that, what we need to just save this, and we can just save it paint UI, and I can just save that in the fourth section. So in the fourth section, so we have our resources. Now the icons are added in the resources, but we cannot access this. Okay, as I've already said that in PyQt6 you can use the RC module to convert this resource.qrc to the .py file, and after that you can import that, and it will work. But in here it's not working, so let me first convert the paint UI. So I can just say PyUIC6 and paint UI.ui-o, and I can just say paint underscore UI.py. So now that is converted paint UI.py. But if I create my paint window and if I run this, so paint window, and let's just we can copy some from the second check window. So the loading code, let me just copy this and paste it in here. Okay, so now instead of check UI we want to use paint UI, and also we need to import the UI main window. So now we have UI main window, and in here we need to just import Q main window, and we can just use Q main window, and let's use UI main window. Okay, so now if I run this, we have the design, but we are not seeing the icons, and that's because we don't have the resource file, and we cannot use from this resource file. And as I've already said that it is not working. So if I change this to, for example, icons save.png, and okay, so we need to run this. So we don't have that. Okay, now what we need to do, we need to just create an icons folder in here. Directory, let me just create icons, and after that I can just copy all the png. So png and clear, and let me bring this in here. So now it's copying the icons. Okay, so it's bringing the icons, close all tabs, and now the paint window, if I run this, so we have the save. Okay, now we need to just bring some changes to the code, to the paint UI, and what we need to do, so we can just remove this from here, and like this, and like this, remove it, and remove it, remove it, remove it. I think we are completed. So let's just run this, and we will check that we have all the icons. So we have safe clear for the 5 pixel we don't have. For the brush color we have, but just 5 pixel is missing. 5. We have the 5 pixel in here. We have added the icon in here for the 5 pixel, yeah. But why we are not seeing that? Okay, maybe the name is something that so we haven't copied the 5 pixel. Yeah, that's in here. So let me just bring that also in icons. Cut and paste. Okay, so let's run it again, and now you can see we have file, we have brush size, and also we have brush color. So in the next lesson we will do our coding. In the previous lesson we have created our main design for the paint application. So you can see we have file, brush, and also brush size, and also brush color. Now in this lesson we want to start our coding, and particularly in the first step what we want to just cover the whole window using a white color. And for that we can use the paint event. So there will be a canvas and we want to just cover this using a white color. Okay. So the first thing is that we want to create a Q image. So I already have imported the Q image and also the Qt code that we need. So you can just import the Q image from the Qt GUI, and also we need Qt. I also have imported that. Now in here I want to first create my image. So I can just say self.image and I can just say Q image. And after that we need to give the size. So I want to get the whole window size and I can just say self.size. And after doing that, I need to give the format. So I can just say Q image and dot format RGB32. Okay. And after that, we need to just fill the image using a white color. So self.image.fill, and I can just say qt.globalcolor.white. So after doing this, we need to create some variables. So I can just say self.drawing, and by default I can just make it to false. I can give the brush size, so self.brush size, and I want to just make it 2, and self.brush color, and I can just make it to qt.globalcolor.black. We need to just also give a last point, so self.last point, and I can just say Q point. Okay. So we need to just import Q point from the Qt core. So I can just copy this and here I can just say Q point. Okay. Now after doing this, now let's create our paint event, and then here I can just say def paint event, and I need to pass self and also event. And now I can just create my canvas painter, and I can just say Q painter. So we need to just pass self in here. So self, and also we need to just import Q painter class from the Qt GUI. Okay, and now we can just say canvas painter dot draw image. We can just give the size as a self.rect, and also we need to give the image self.image, and also the size of the image self.image.rect. Okay, and now if I run this, you can see now we have a white color for the window. Now after doing this, what we want to write our code, we want to write that, for example, when we now there are different mouse events that you can use. For example, we have mouse press events, move events, release event. Now in here what we want to do, we want, for example, when we press the event, what we want to do. Okay, so now we want to just say def mouse, and I can just say mouse press event. Okay, and I can just say event. Okay, so by pressing of the mouse, first I want to check that if event dot button. So if event dot button, if that is left button, so I can just say mouse button dot left button. If that's the case, we want to just make the drawing, so self dot drawing, and we want to just make that to true. By default that's false. Okay, and also we need to just make the self dot last point, and we want to make that to the mouse position, so we can just say event dot position. Okay, so now if I print self dot last point, so self dot last point, and if I run this and if I show you, so in here you can see that we have a mouse point in here and it's showing the mouse point. Okay, now we don't need this mouse print in here. So now we have our mouse press event. After that, when we move the mouse, what we want to do, so we need to write that code. So I can just say def mouse move event, and I can just say event. Now in that case, first we want to check that event dot buttons, and also we can check, we want to check different conditions, so mouse button dot left button, and also the self dot drawing. So these are the conditions that you want to check, so if they are true. So now in this case we want to create a painter in here, and I can just say Q painter, and I can just add self.image in here. Okay, after doing this, now we need to set pen for this, so I can just say painter dot set pen, For example, we can use QPen in here. We need to just import QPen from the Qt GUI module. So I can just say QPen, and after doing that, we need to just say self.brush color, and also we need to give self.brush size. Okay. Also, we can give, for example, we can give the qt.solid line. Okay. So dot it is I think penstyle.solid line. Yeah. Okay. So after doing this, now we want to draw the line, and I can just say painter.draw line, and I can just say self.last point, and also so I want to draw the line according to the last point and also the mouse position. And also I can just say self.last point, and I can just make that to the event.position. So position. And at the end we need to just update the UI, and I can just say self.update. So right now if I run this, let me just run this. So right now I cannot write, and it means that there's a problem. So if event.buttons and qt.mousebutton.left button and self.drawing, painter qpainter self.image painter.setpen. So I think we need to give, so first let me check brush color self.brush size qt.penstyle. It's penstyle, or it is a brush style. So let me check it. Let's run it through the terminal. So let's run it through the terminal. So Python paint window.py. So if I draw something, unsupported operand types for and mouse button and bool. Okay, so now we have if event.buttons and self.drawing. So now in here we don't need the self.drawing, and we can just remove that. We want to just check this, and now if I run this, and now you can see that I can just draw something in here. And now you can see that this is the default pen size that we already given 2 in here. And if I change this to, for example, to 7, and if I run it again, so now you can see it is 7. So let's just make it 2 back. Okay, so this was mouse press event. After mouse press event, now what we need to just work on mouse move event. We need to work on mouse release event. For example, if we release the mouse, I can just say mouse release event, and I can just remove this, and I can just say event, and in here I can check if event dot button, if that is qt dot mouse button dot left button. In that case we can just make this self.drawing to false. Okay, so now it is working, and we can draw something in here, and we can just do it. So right now the this functionality is not working, the brush size, or we will work on that. But right now you can see that we can draw something in the screen, and that is working. In the previous lesson, we have worked on the drawing section, and you can see we can draw. Now let's work on these menu items. So first we want to work on save and also clear. So for that, the first thing is that in here, I want to just create my save method, and I can just say def save, and in here, I want to just import Q file dialog. So in here, I can just say Q file dialog, and let's just say file path queue file dialog dot get save file name, and I can just pass self in here, and also I can just say save image, and you can just give, for example, the type of the image in here if you want. After doing that, now we can check if file path is empty. If that's empty, in that case we want to just return, but in the else case we can just say self.image.save and file path. Okay, so now let's connect this with the triggered signal, and so in here I can just say connecting signals self.ui.action_save.triggered. So this is a signal that you can use for the menu items. For example, for the push button, we had clicked and triggered this for the menu item. So I can just say self.save. Now if I run it, so for example, I can just draw something and I can just say save. So I can just save it in this location, and I can just say image and save. So in the fourth section, where is it? Where it is? That's not saved, I think. So file path queue file dialog dot get save file name. Let me also give the PNG types in here. So first I can just give it empty, and after that I can just say PNG and dot PNG, and also JPG. I can just say dot JPG, and also dot JPEG, and after that we can just say all files, and in the all files I can just give the all files. Okay, so like this, and also let me check that if file path is empty, we want to just return. In the else case, we can just self.image.save the file path, and let's just draw something in here. File save. We want to just save it in the fourth section, and I can just say image, and let's save it. Yeah, now that's saved. We need to give the type, and now you can see we have image.png, and if I open this, you can see this is for image.png. So after that, let's work on the clear. So I can just say diff clear, and it's simple. So for the clear, we can just say self.image.fill, and we want to fill that with the white color. So qt.globalcolor.white, and also we want to just update the UI, and let's connect that with the triggered signal. So I can just copy this and I can paste it in here. So that's action clear, so it is clear. Okay, and now if I run this, if I draw something in here, and if I just say file clear, now that's cleared and that's working. Let's work on the brush sizes, and let's just come down, and in here I can just say diff 3, for example 3 pixel, and I can just make the so by default, if you see, we have brush size to 2, and I can just make cell.brush size to 3. Now let's just say diff 5 pixel, and cell.brush size, make it to 5. I can just copy this, we have 7 pixel and also 9 pixel. So let's just make it 7 pixel, and this should be 7. So we have 9 pixel, and we can just make it 9. So now let's connect this with the signals that we have in here. So let me just copy this. We have action 3, so action 3 pixel, and I can just say 3 pixel. We have action 5, so action 5, and I can just say 5 pixel. I have action 7 pixels, it should be 7 pixel. And we have action 9 pixel, so 9 pixel, and we can just make it 9 pixel. So now if I run it again, so right now it's 2 pixel, but if I say 3 pixel, that's 3 pixel, 5 pixel, 7 pixel, and we have 9 pixel, and that's working. Let's work on the brush colors. First I want to just work on the black, so I can just hit diff black color, and we can just say self dot if you remember, in here we have the brush color, and by default that is black. And what we want to do, we want to just say self dot global color, self dot brush color, and we want to just make it to qt dot global color dot black. Okay, and now we can just copy this. So we have black color, after that we have white color, white, we have red color, I can just make it red, and after the red color we have green color, so green color, and I can just make it green. Also I have yellow color, so this should be yellow. Now let's just connect with the signals, triggered signals. I can just copy this, and I can say action, first one is black, and I can just say black color. After that we have white color, so action white, and this should be white color. We have action red color, and I can just make it to red color. Action green color, and I can just make it to green color. And the last one is action yellow. And now let's run it. So first we want to just say brush size, and if I change to red color, we have red color, we have green color, and we have yellow color. I can change this to and red color. I can just clear that, I can write it again, draw it again, and it's working. And also I can save it. New image.png, save, and if you see, we should see the new image. Yeah, so this is the new image.